King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
This is the LA Dojo Showcase. We have all been training very hard together. We will show you LA Dojo's best.
His neck is fine. Change direction.
Everything you do in LA Dojo is earned. To get here, it's earned. To stay here, it's earned.
Wow.
Some crumble, some make it on to the next step. That's why we're all here right now. Number one training.
But it is a fight! Oh my God!
Here at the LA Dojo, simply put, we put in work.
And a Northern Lights suplex.
I want to be a world champion, and he is laying that foundation for me to get there.
Manifest Destiny.
We're the embodiment of Shibata-san's fighting spirit, his philosophies, his intensity, all that stuff that we were taught in the dojo.
Pain is temporary. Pride is forever. That's it. 以上!
We want to welcome everybody here to a very special episode of New Japan Strong, the LA Dojo Showcase, where we will see some of the brightest future stars in professional wrestling competing in the ring right behind us. Alex, of course, you're a part of the LA Dojo. From its first inception, what does the dojo mean to you?
Man, I just recall those times. You know, it was the only thing that we had to worry about is just training. It was training 24/7 with your colleagues, with your partners, your training partners. It was an exciting time, and it just makes you so good. You push each other. It's such an opportunity. It's so fitting that we have a show dedicated to these young lions.
Absolutely. And in our first match, Alex, we'll see the DKC versus TJP here on the LA Dojo Showcase. But then we'll move on to a tag team match that I can't wait to see. Ren Narita teaming with Fred Rosser versus Alex Coughlin and Kevin Knight.
It's going to be the most amazing opportunity for these young lions to be in the ring with a true professional, that is Fred Rosser.
And then our main event. Will this be the achievement that Clark Connors has really been looking for? He will face Karl Fredericks in our main event. Karl graduated from the LA Dojo last year, and we see the Alpha Wolf now. What the future holds for Clark Connors could be right in the palm of his hand. That's our main event this week here on New Japan Strong, the LA Dojo Showcase. Let's head to the ring.
The following is your opening contest, a singles match with a 15-minute time limit.
Well, we'll hear that theme throughout the night because this is the LA Dojo Showcase. And a good chance to show up. Do we still, he's still listed as the DKC, but
Introducing
I'm waiting for him to get his head shaved, really immersed in the Young Lion lifestyle.
Maybe remove the duh from the duh DKC.
Just DKC?
DKC.
DKC!
Well, the DKC brought a burgeoning career, but felt like he had gone as far as he could go. He asked Katsuyori Shibata to train him, to teach him, and Shibata said, "Follow me." And ever since then, the DKC has been training it out of the LA Dojo. And you can see the changes in his physique. He's already adding lean muscle. He looks great.
He's looking amazing. He's more intense than I've ever seen him. Smart move on his part.
So with our main event, Karl Fredericks, Clark Connors, the tag team partner of Clark, TJP, will be the opponent. And that's TJP. You realize that.
TJ. is
No,
another
it's
way
not-
you can say it.
Well, it's not one word. It's 3 initials.
Or you can say the JP,
no,
which is what T can stand for.
No. T does not stand for the. It's
Introducing
TJP.
his opponent
Listen to the ring
in the
announcer.
blue corner, standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing at 174 pounds, the Phil M. Flash, TJP.
You got it
Beautiful
now?
pronunciation, I must say.
But it's not really like an accent that the ring announcer has. So it's TJP versus DKC. Your money's obviously got to go on TJP, right?
Of course. I mean, he's amazing. TJP is amazing. He is a wrestler's wrestler.
How many times have you wrestled TJP?
I've wrestled him thousands of times. He is the reason that I got better as a wrestler because he's so experienced. I'm very grateful to him for having been my training partner.
So the waist lock and the DKC escapes, rings up the left arm. TJP was upset by Clark Connors in his qualifying match for the New Japan Cup USA tournament. And look at this escape. Twists up both arms and now takes the head. Head scissors take over, and he'll keep him right there.
What makes TJP so good is he has 3-4 different reversals out of any maneuver. He is a true student of the game.
There are some staple moves that you might see from TJP, but no 2 matches that TJP wrestles in are ever the same.
It's like a different movie every time.
And now looking to escape the head scissors. DKC certainly not getting cheated on that hold, but fine escape. And now the bow and arrow. The knees, the legs in the back, and the DKC's in some pain. He pops over into a cover. That's the risk with the bow and arrow. Do you think that TJP and Clark Connors will be able to function going forward as a team? Or will always in the back of his mind that loss to Clark linger with TJP?
I think it's just a side effect of competition. When the stakes are high, you're going to be frustrated. You're putting everything on the line. So I understand his frustration. I think that they can overcome this and be an actual strong, cohesive team if that is in the cards for them. And I can see another match against one another too.
I would love to see that. Boy, what a great escape out of the headlock attempt from the DKC. TJP not only maintained control of the hammerlock.
Look at the way that he bridges while holding on to the hammerlock. It is not fun to be on the receiving end of that.
So DKC's going to have to think of something else here to try to escape the hammerlock. He's going to try it again the 3rd time, and now
good luck with TJP. Trying to escape. And this is the Filipino coconut crunch, and he's able to connect. Vicious.
Whether it's just singular on the arm or in that case snapping the back of the DKC, the shoulder, the back, everything just seems to pop all at once. My goodness. And now sending the DKC into the ropes.
Hard clothesline.
And he'll go for a cover here, grinding the forearm along the jawline and a kick out at 2. Shibata trains heart, trains intensity, and technique is 3rd on that list. Heart is number 1, which is the most dominant factor that Shibata says you need to have in order to be successful in New Japan.
You need to have heart if you're even to be considered to be part of the dojo.
And now another innovative.
Look at the way that he traps his legs, putting pressure on the shin of DKC and twisting that wrist in a direction it's not supposed to go. Enough pressure like that he can dislocate the shoulder. He can dislocate the knee, the tendons that are under so much pressure. When you watch TJP, it's so pretty. But we have to understand that his opponent is in a lot of pain and a lot of danger.
And as the DKC shakes out his left arm, he's using the right arm for a crossface. And TJP is back on his heels a little bit. The DKC is going to look to capitalize here, starting to open up with some strikes in the corner. Charging in wild and reckless, the DKC goes 100 miles an hour no matter what he's doing. And the TJP caught him coming in. I almost said the TJP. You're trying to mess me up.
It'll work.
And a boot wash, and then runs right through him on the opposite side.
Drives that foot over the face of DKC. And just kind of lightly kicking DKC, almost to kind of get him even more off his game. It's irritating.
I wouldn't want to take those quote-unquote light kicks.
No, they're still not fun, but there's almost like a reason for it, why he's not kicking with everything he's got. It's a way to just really irritate your opponent before setting him up for a bigger attack. And he's going for his signature senton over the rope. Will he be able to connect? DKC able to roll out of the way and catches him with a drop kick. TJP still standing.
TJP catching, coming in, but the DKC firing away.
Oh, and a spinning back fist. Stumbling TJP. Trips him over.
Cuts his legs out. That's a nice drop down there, and the Bulldog.
And we're seeing shades of his karate experience there. Will that do it?
2, and a kick out.
He's going for an armbar here. Oh, no, he turns that over into what looks like a triangle choke using his legs. A very tough move to be in. But TJP able to reverse it. He's got a reversal for every maneuver, and now he's got DKC trapped in this leg lock.
Yeah, there's a couple of directions he could go here, but the DKC thought about trying to wrestle his way out of it, realized he was had, and grabs the bottom rope to force the break. Both men back on their feet, but TJP snapping those kicks. Those are a little firmer than those flicking jab-like kicks earlier on.
And he means it now. He's trying to take the feet off of DKC.
Could be setting up for a leg submission. Let's see if he is able to. Whoa! And the DKC blasts him with an enziguri side of the head. And now on his horse. Again, back to the legs.
Beautiful back suplex.
TJP says it's over, too, and a kick out. So TJP cannot believe that the DKC was able to kick out there, too.
DKC showing a lot of heart here. And it's sending him up. Oh, wow, look at that.
Drops down, crucifix, almost had him.
And locks him into that submission maneuver, holding on to the arm on the other side while pulling on that neck. TJP able to roll him on his back here, breaking that hold. Wow, they're just trading submissions here.
Well, the DKC's in big trouble here, yep. All the work that TJP did on the front end, weakening the legs of the DKC, pays off right there with the submission.
Winner, TJP.
The TJP is so versatile.
It's just TJP. You say that and then you're messing me up.
He's so versatile. He can beat you from any angle. It's so impressive to watch him.
So TJP was part of the original LA Dojo, and the new crop of athletes under the watchful eye of Katsuyori Shibata will be featured here on the LA Dojo Showcase edition of New Japan Strong. And a great show of respect. Take it for what it is, DKC, showing you respect.
Look, I mean, TJP understands this frustration that the DKC is going through right now. He experienced it with Clark Connors. He's okay with it.
We're off to the races on the LA Dojo Showcase.
Dang. TJ,
TJ is a LA Dojo OG, original. And it's an honor to get in there and mix it up with him. I'm the next class up. I'm trying to get at that level. But I'm getting there. I'm in the weight room. I'm in the dojo. I'm at the dinner table hitting it hard. DKC is coming up. Yeah.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Kevin, I thought when you were telling me that you wanted to get a sparring session with J.R. Kratos,
I didn't.
I thought that maybe you wanted to get a little warm-up match. When I saw the match lineup and I saw Kevin and Alex, I thought that this was our opportunity. Do you have your gear on?
No. You have yours in the car?
Oh, wait a minute. It's Alex Coughlin and Kevin Knight.
Kevin Knight.
Oh,
okay. By the way, stop saying I want to have a sparring session with J.R. Kratos.
And his partner, standing 6 feet
You put it out there in the universe, somebody's going to get a crazy idea.
Alex Coughlin.
Now, look at these two athletes together.
Yes. Yeah, what two specimens. I can totally see these two being in the tag team in the future, winning the tag team championship. Do you see that?
I definitely can. As soon as they got into the ring, it's like, ooh, aha. Well, listen, an important test here for Kevin Knight and Alex Coughlin with Ren Narita and Fred Rosser as the opponents.
I think that Fred Rosser is the main person in this match that could be the turning point, the decider of how it goes, because he has so much experience.
His partner, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 238 pounds, Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser.
Oh, they're getting feisty.
Fred Rosser just getting them going with a light shove, letting them know that it is his house. I agree. But this is the LA Dojo showcase, and the LA Dojo boys have a lot to prove, and you know that they can fight.
All right, so Rosser wanting to start, and Kevin Knight wanting to start. So we won't have long to wait for Jeremy Marcus completing his pre-match checks. And the bell sounds and we are underway. Win, lose, or draw, it'll be a great opportunity for Kevin Knight and Alex Coughlin to get some good reps against an experienced veteran like Fred Rosser.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Come on!
Collar and elbow tie-up. Kevin Knight quickly going for the wrist lock. Rosser reversing that into, looking to apply the Kimura. Rolling him over.
Bottom wrist lock takedown there from Fred Rosser. You know, when I see Kevin Knight at this stage in his career, and he's under the watchful eye and the tutelage of Katsuyori Shibata, and I remember Fred Rosser when he was Kevin Knight's age, and he was training in New Jersey, and his trainer was named Kevin Knight.
Wow.
So again, it's all, I have a feeling that after this match, it wouldn't shock me to see Kevin Knight and Fred Rosser, you know, kind of connect on a different level, because the first time I saw Kevin Knight's name on the lineup, and I hadn't met the young lion yet, I went to Fred and I said, "Is your trainer wrestling on Strong?" And he said, "No, I think it's a new young lion."
And look at how quickly Kevin Knight gets back in the ring with a succession of European uppercuts. Almost frustrated, angering Fred Rosser.
Who hangs onto the rope, the drop kick and the leg drop there, right into the midsection of Kevin Knight. He will put Kevin Knight's shoulders down, and a kick out at 2.
Driving Kevin Knight into that buckle. Look at the intensity in Fred Rosser, and Kevin Knight not letting up.
Rosser clamping on that top rope. And now repositioning, trying to reverse a hip toss of his own, yes. And Mr. No Days Off putting that work in on Kevin Knight.
Kevin Knight finding out firsthand what competition in New Japan Strong is, what it's all about.
You ain't going nowhere. This is my house.
And now I think we're going to get our first opportunity, perhaps, to see Ren Narita as Fred motioned over to the corner and get ready, because I'm going to come over for the tag and
just stepping over him.
And now, wait a minute, what in the world is this? What does Fred Rosser have in mind? Oh!
Nice, beautiful tag team.
2 and a kick out.
Kevin Knight needs to make the tag. He's taken quite a bit of punishment. And that's exactly what he does.
Oh, and he gets over and tags in Alex Coughlin. So here we go. These two men so familiar with one another as they continue to train day in and day out at the LA dojo.
Look at the thick size of the neck of Coughlin.
Really emphasizing training that area after a neck issue kept him out of mat action for quite some time, as Narita ringing up the left arm. Now, Ren Narita is on excursion. He's completed the Young Lion process, but still honoring his roots by staying in the black boots and black trunks, but he's earned knee pads. You remember that, right? You have to earn each little thing along the way.
Absolutely. He's been doing really well, having really big victories. And now he gets to protect his precious kneecaps. He earned it.
Give it up! Give it up!
Again, the hours spent in the dojo, day in and day out. It is a 24/7 lifestyle. It is not for everyone.
Not for everyone at all.
And only very special few get the opportunity. There are thousands and thousands of wrestlers all over the world, Alex, but you know better than anybody that the precious few get to be part of the New Japan system.
They're very selective in who they allow into that dojo.
Here's a cover after the tackle and a kick out at 2.
Usually those with the most heart.
That's what Katsuyori Shibata says, that's the most important thing that he looks for and the recipe for success for a wrestler. Vertical suplex there.
Look at that beautiful lateral press with that forearm over the chin of Narita.
All right, so the touch in the back, and Kevin Knight will be declared legal. Double hip toss.
Oh, wow.
And going over, knocking Rosser off the apron. Rosser coming in, though.
Rosser always fighting, always fighting. So rugged, so rough.
Man.
But look at Kevin Knight trying to neutralize him and tossing him to the outside.
And now Kevin Knight with another hip toss. Straight up and down. Ooh,
Jump and stomp there.
Yes, sir. 2 and a kick out. Be interested to see what happens in our main event. Coming up next, Karl Fredericks one-on-one versus Clark Connors. This has been this is a special show here this week on New Japan Strong, the LA Dojo Showcase. And look at Narita firing back. There's an answer for Alex Coughlin.
He didn't even do anything.
You don't have to do anything. You just have to be in my way.
He was not even in his way. I think Fred Rosser has instilled a little bit of more aggressive kind of attitude in Ren Narita.
Yeah, that's why I think it's great for Rosser to be in there with these 3 athletes. Even Ren Narita, who's on excursion, certainly all can benefit from the experience.
Immensely. What a hard clothesline. Dropping that knee over the face of Kevin Knight and quickly going for that cover.
And a kick out. Wait a minute, Rosser smartly trapping Kevin Knight with his leg and reaching out, tagging Ren Narita, keeping him there within the 5 count. Ren Narita now whipping Kevin Knight corner to corner. Here comes Ren. Half hatch floats over perfectly, 2 and a kick out. Trying to take him over again, but Kevin Knight denies Ren Narita's suplex effort. Reversal. Boy, he's lightning
Watch
fast.
this! Whoa! Connects flush on the chin of Ren Narita. My God. That is probably one of the most beautiful drop kicks in the business.
Fred Rosser returning to the corner, and now tags perhaps on both sides. Ren rolls through, tags Fred, simultaneously tagging in Alex Coughlin.
Both men collide, but none collapse, and now trading shots, and a headbutt by Fred Rosser, and a shot to the gut, and the head of Coughlin, really switching it up.
Oh, wow, what a pass!
Whoa, flying tackle!
All of a sudden, Coughlin was past Rosser and then hit him with a shoulder.
And we've seen this before, but Ryan Rosser is fighting out of that. And a hard kick to the face of Coughlin. Look at these.
And the boot sends Coughlin into the ropes after being clubbed repeatedly.
Going for the hip toss, but Coughlin blocks and a shot to the gut. And a sideways gut wrench suplex. Will he be able to? Oh, what strength!
My goodness. 1, 2, and a kick out. But how can you not be impressed with that display of strength? And look at the tag team experience there of Coughlin, keeping Rosser down while he reaches out to tag Kevin Knight.
Beautiful tag team work.
Oh, look at him come, and shoulder. Bulldozes right through him. This should do it. 2, no.
Oh, beautiful.
2, and another kick out. And now Kevin Knight looking for the Boston Crab.
And he's got him. He's got him.
Look at the way he's pointing his chest to the sky.
My God, and Fred Rosser in agony. Pulling him closer to the middle of that ring, and Ren Narita looks like broke the submission. And now Coughlin is in.
Yes.
Oh
Tries
my
a jumping
God,
spin
just
kick.
catches him. Tossing him backwards. Wow.
Let's go.
What a throw. And you gotta admit that these young lions have definitely earned the respect of Fred Rosser.
Oh! A clothesline too, and Kevin Knight was kicking as Coughlin came in to break it up. Narita's back in. Out goes Coughlin. Narita will chase out after him.
And now it's between Fred Rosser and Kevin Knight. Both men have taken punishment. Rosser quickly on the attack with a headbutt. Kevin Knight fighting back with a chop to the chest of Rosser. Rosser returns one of his own. They're now trading shots here. That only makes Rosser even angrier. But how much can he take? Kevin Knight is very strong himself. Oh, and driving him to that buckle with shoulder tackles in the midsection.
Meanwhile, Ren Narita stomping on Coughlin, who gets back up and delivers a shot to the back of Ren Narita. Meanwhile, Kevin Knight now finds himself perched on the top rope.
Hard headbutt.
Narita has Coughlin waist-locked on the floor as Fred Rosser trying to get up there to join Kevin Knight.
Kevin fighting with everything he's got. Goes for a crossbody, beautiful, but Fred Rosser turns it over, picking Kevin Knight. Puts him up on the shoulders, and he connects.
From the double knee gut buster to the basement drop kick. And this is over.
What a match.
A match.
Here are your winners at 12 minutes, 36 seconds. A team of Ren Narita and Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser.
You gotta admit, you gotta think that Rosser is impressed with the young Lions.
Has to be. Absolutely has to be.
Block the hate.
And the enthusiasm, I know, motivates Rosser to be even better. Like he needs any more motivation. Oh, that was fun. Hey, our main event is coming up next. Karl Fredericks versus Clark Connors. A lot to talk about. That is next here on the LA Dojo Showcase episode of New Japan Strong.
Just keep training. Just keep training is what they say. Every single time I stepped in that ring, I've taken the L. But I can't do it.
I know the feeling, man. Listen. Hey, listen. You know the old saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And you know the other saying, the master has failed 1,000,000 more times than the novice has even tried. That's where we are, man. This is LA Dojo. LA Dojo! Now, we live with Red Narita. We train with him every day. We know each other very well. I'm just glad we kept him in the family. And Fred Rosser, what's there to even say about him at this point that hasn't already been said? Super strong, hell of a wrestler. We could have done a lot worse, man. Do you want to win? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we do. Do we want to represent LA Dojo?
Hell yeah.
Do we want to make Shibata-san proud?
Hell yeah.
You know what? I think we did today. We might not have won, but we did good.
Let's get back to training.
First step, baby.
What'd you up to?
Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Token Shop Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like every month. I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now.
I just ordered a mask.
Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face.
I love Token Shop Global.
I as well.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
The following singles contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Well, the curator of all wild things in the LA Dojo, Katsuyori Shibata, has to be extremely proud of everything that we've seen thus far here on the LA Dojo Showcase.
Introducing first in the blue corner, standing 5'7" tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, Clark Connors.
Well, the man that we've likened to a wild rhino, Clark Connors, will have an important test.
You know, Shibata has done such an amazing job, you know, being selective and picking the right people and just raising them, breeding them to be these athletes that they are. They have certainly earned to have this show dedicated to them.
The first graduate of the LA Dojo, this generation of LA Dojo, will be the opponent for Clark Connors. And Karl Fredericks, the Alpha Wolf, certainly the learning continues day in and day out, putting that work in. Always carrying the LA Dojo in his heart. Clark Connors, of course, would have loved to have been the first graduate, but Shibata felt that Clark was not ready. Karl Fredericks certainly was.
His opponent in the red corner, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Alpha Wolf, Karl Fredericks.
Well, this will be a very interesting matchup between Karl Fredericks, who is very confident in his abilities, versus someone that's been on such a roll. And after that Match of the Year Canada match with TJ Perkins, advancing into the New Japan Cup USA, has been so impressive.
Yeah, and certainly now with Clark and Karl Fredericks, as the bell sounds, and this is our main event of the LA Dojo Showcase. You want to talk about two men that have spent hours and hours competing against each other with no fans, with no one watching other than Shibata. It's these two right here. Duck under, go behind, and the waist lock, the standing switch from Fredericks. It's unlikely there will be any surprises here between these two. It will just be pure wrestling, and they will, somebody's going to have to out-wrestle the other to get the victory. And again, it's important for, I think, Clark to show he has all the confidence in the world in himself. Wouldn't you agree?
Of course.
I think he has to show Shibata that he's ready. And that's, I think, part of the side text here of this matchup. That, to me, is what makes this so interesting.
Grabbing the arm. Rolling him over.
Yeah, the bottom wrist lock takedown, and he'll control. Karl Fredericks, of course.
Trying to apply that arm bar. Clark rolling him up. I mean, these men know each other so well. You know, you got to believe that Karl Fredericks has got an answer for that spear and that Boston Crab.
Sure.
He has to make sure that he doesn't get himself in those predicaments.
And I would assume that Clark has all the answers to the Manifest Destiny and everything that Karl could dial up. And it's a 20-minute time limit match, and it wouldn't shock me if it went to a draw.
Holding on to that side headlock.
They did not compete against one another when both played football. Fredericks, of course, the quarterback. Connors, the defensive captain.
Hard tackle. Both men still standing. And a hard knee to the midsection. Misdirection, and takes him over.
Connors was half a step quicker, and that was all it took to be able to put Fredericks down. Trying a pinning combination there, just a 1 count.
Snap suplex.
And again, Karl kicking out at just 1. Vertical suplex, another snap suplex there. Tremendous rotation and drive and Karl kicking out at 1. That's interesting to me. He might, you know, again, you might benefit from taking that extra second and staying down for 2, but it seems like he's not willing to give in to Clark.
Well, a lot of pride is on the line here. You know, I would have to say that there's an advantage with Karl Fredericks, is he's been in big match situations. He's a little bit more experienced, even though Connors has been on a roll.
Now off the ropes.
Beautiful crossbody.
Yep, that leaping ability from Karl Fredericks, certainly a difference maker. But the kitchen sink there, and that'll send Clark Connors out to the floor. Clark looking for the spear perhaps, and Fredericks, oh wow.
What athleticism.
Leaping right up.
Oh, and Karl Fredericks just kicking him off the apron. A hard boot to the ribs.
All right, so imagine taking that much damage and then being able to do a 36-inch box jump. That's what Clark Connors just did. And now look at the tope
beautiful.
suicide. Wow.
Connecting.
1.
Putting his own body on the line with that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, Connors driving him in, the spine of Karl Fredericks into the, oh, wow.
12, 13.
Oh,
14,
wait a minute.
He
Clark,
blocks it.
15.
pay attention to the count.
16,
Oh, and driving his shoulder into that
17,
post, but you've only got 3 seconds.
18.
Karl Fredericks will be, and
Clark-
Connors breaks the count.
Clark Connors could have taken the count out victory. He definitely, there was no way Karl was getting back in. Clark could have taken the
1,
count out, but chose
2,
not like that, he says.
That is not the dojo
3,
way.
No.
That is not how you win.
4,
That is out of question.
5.
Oh, my God, a snap
7,
suplex on the floor.
8, 9.
The hint of padding that covers
10,
the concrete. Mere suggestion,
11,
hardly protection. And
12,
Karl Fredericks is back.
13.
My goodness.
14, 15, 16, 17.
And back into the ring. He'll go for the cover. And Fredericks showing his toughness, kicking out.
And a chin lock, yanking on that neck, driving that knee at the same time. And Fredericks trying to turn that over here, grabbing the wrist.
Keeping him right there. And reapply.
Back to it.
Boy, it's those little things. It's the knee in the back. It's going back to the rear chin lock because it was working.
Hard elbow over the back of Fredericks. Did you hear the sound of that?
Man. Double axe handle into the back. Clark Connors with the, wait a minute, now here's a cover. And again, another kick out at 1.
Pulling him towards the middle of the ring and applying that chin lock again, driving that knee to the upper back.
2 early snap suplexes in the ring, followed up by a snap suplex on the floor. You'd have to believe that Fredericks' back is screaming as Clark Connors continues to pour the pressure on. This would be one hell of a statement, again, for Clark Connors. So close to, you have to believe, so close to graduation from the dojo system.
In my eyes, I feel like he's ready. He's there. And if he can beat Karl Fredericks, what a way, what better way to prove that?
Is this, again, is this his master's thesis? Is this the final exam that he will need to show Shibata-san that he is ready?
Oh my God, what a forearm to the back of Clark Connors.
He's laughing. He's laughing and shrugging it off.
And you knew that these boys were going to start throwing hard, testing each other out. Oh, and a hard double chop to the back
Come
of
on,
Fredericks.
Karl. Don't give in. There you go.
Oh, my God. Oh, what a hard kick. That sent chills down my spine.
Wow. And collapsing. Trying in vain to get up.
Well, how do you get up after that?
Yep. Again.
You may want to, but you may not be able to.
Everything that these athletes do is all around what would Shibata-san do? He would get back up. But that's just how hard Karl Fredericks hit Clark Connors. The cumulative effects of all the punishment. And the back elbow. So now Fredericks. 2 and a kick out.
Really, it's going to come down to who can take more damage. Because obviously, there's no question, both these men have the will. Will their body be able to follow?
And the backbreaker. The backbreaker caught him high in the shoulders. And another kick out. An intense battle. As even a contest as you can have. And it's everything that we thought it would be.
10 minutes have elapsed. 10 minutes.
Halfway done with the time limit.
Hard elbow, stumbling. Connors, he's going for the drop down. Misdirection, and then catches him with a pounce. Sending Fredericks to the corner.
You notice the angle that Connors took on the drop down. Really tried to cut the feet out from underneath Karl Fredericks. And that opens the door for the misdirection pounce. And
look
now,
at that. There's like 10 chops there. Those are not fun.
And one big one, the exclamation point.
Oh, what a hard tackle into the midsection. You can see the life going out of Fredericks. With so much pain.
And now a lateral press and a kick out from Karl Fredericks.
Clark Connors is looking to going for that spear.
Yeah, that has to be in his mind. Spear, Boston Crab, put Karl Fredericks away. And what this would mean for Clark Connors in his future if he's able to connect. Oh, the elbow catches at the last split second.
Watch out, watch out, watch out! Splash in the corner. Going for the back suplex, but Connors lands on his feet, grabs the waist. Is met with a back elbow. Block. Spinning heel kick to the midsection. Going for a back suplex of his own and connects.
Right in the center of the ring.
So much back and forth action. Dropping the elbow, going for the cover. 1, 2.
So Connors able to kick out. Karl Fredericks unable to put the man that he's so close to away.
Is he looking for the manifest destiny?
Yeah, it has to be. Oh, caught him with the forearm. Connors escaped, perhaps the manifest destiny, and now feeds him in, and a spine buster.
Goes for the STF. Look at the torque on that neck. Look how he's pulling on that neck. It's so hard to breathe in this position.
And if we get a shot to the angle of Connors' leg, his left leg. Hey, now we can see it. Oh
my God, look at that.
Pulling on the chin, bending the leg the wrong way. And Clark Connors might be fading. Clark Connors could be going out, but one last desperate gasp. A surge of adrenaline, and Connors gets the bottom rope. Here we go.
Going for it.
Nope.
He's going for the Boston Crab. Fredericks fighting it, but Connors kicks him and he's able to fully turn him over, and he's got him.
Will Karl Fredericks submit to the Boston Crab of Clark Connors?
Fredericks is seconds away, and he pulls him into the middle of that ring.
No, he wouldn't give up.
99% of his opponents have tapped out within seconds. Is Fredericks able to get to the rope?
Yes!
Oh my God, so close. He had to endure so much pain. Both men enduring so much punishment as this match has been progressing. Connors getting ready. Looking to go to the top, barely able to step.
Well, if he's thinking spear from here, man, go big or go home, because this is it right here.
Oh, Fredericks charges him, but is met with a boot and catches him with the enziguri.
15 minutes have elapsed. 15 minutes.
There's 5 minutes left in the time limit of this matchup. All right, here we go now. Superplex. This is not what Connors had in mind, but it's the result. Karl Fredericks' heart and determination gets him out of that dangerous situation and delivers the high-risk shot with the superplex to Clark Connors.
He's taken some damage doing that suplex off the top himself. That must have knocked the wind out of him as well.
Absolutely. We always pay attention to the man receiving the move, but it's the one who delivers the superplex who pays for it as well. After Fredericks had spent some time in that Boston Crab, the snap suplex is in the ring and the one out on the floor.
Both men on their knees, trading shots. Look at the facial expression, the amount of pain that they're both in. Beautiful succession of shots here by Fredericks. And now Connors with the clubs to the back. Fredericks returning a bunch of knees to the midsection.
These two are trading like Hagler and Hearns.
Throwing everything that they have with the little that they have left in them.
Oh,
my God.
My goodness.
Hard boot to the face of Connors.
Come on!
Connors asking for more. Oh, look at that. Catches him in a power slam.
Just a split second of let up from Fredericks, asking Connors, what's wrong with you?
Tossing him on his back. Going for the spear, he connects.
Got him! And a wild rhino on the charge.
And he looks like he may be just a move away from taking the victory here. Will he be able to? Fredericks holding on, going behind the waist, and with the rear naked chokehold, Go for the manifest destiny. Connors has an answer for that with a big elbow.
Trying to take him up and down, no.
Fredericks fighting out. Backcracker.
Oh, no. Manifest
He
destiny.
connects. 1, 2.
It
Wow.
is over. What an absolute war.
Well, this one could have gone either way. My God. Fredericks able to execute the manifest destiny.
Here is your winner at 18 minutes, 19 seconds, Karl Fredericks.
He had to go through hell to come out victorious.
LA Dojo. Nothing more needs to be said. Karl Fredericks is your winner. Fredericks back off the injured list, and man, oh man, both he and Clark Connors gave absolutely everything they had.
When this match was announced, I went back through all the tapes from Lions Break Collision last year, all through the Strongs. And I watched myself grow this year. As a competitor, as a wrestler, as a person. And in my opinion, more than any other wrestler in this company or in this business, I've grown and I've changed and I've become better. So whoever needs to hear that, I'm saying it now. Whether it be the audience, whether it be the office, whether it be Shibata-san, I'm telling you right now, I'm not asking anymore. It's time for a change for real this time. When I was watching that tape, one thing came to mind too. Kevin Kelly has been starting to say something that's really stuck with me. He's been calling me something a little different, because I don't feel like a young lion anymore. Now he's saying I'm a different kind of animal. He's saying, I'm a wild rhino. And I like the sound of that. So now everyone's on notice. From here on out, the young lion, Clark Connors, is dead. Because I'm a motherfucking wild rhino. I'm here to stay.
Wow. I don't know what else can be said about that thrilling main event.
Wow.
I mean, Karl Fredericks won, but Clark Connors showed, I'm sure you, me, everybody, more heart, more determination than we've ever seen.
Even though he was not able to pick up the victory, in my eyes, he's ready.
I agree, 1,000%. Fans, we're really excited about next week, and stay tuned for news. Go to NJPW1972.com or follow social media at NJPW Global to find out what's next on New Japan Strong. For Alex Kozlov, I'm Kevin Kelly. We'll see you next week.